You can look for this kind of beans at the Asian or the Vietnamese grocery store. It has to be the whole beans like this, with the skin outside. We need to take out 65 grams of these beans. Put them into a bowl like this and remove all those floating. Those are the bad beans. We don't need them. Soak these beans in this bowl for 7 or 8 hours with warm water. I place a cup right here. And then later on I will put the basket on top of that to prevent the bottom of the basket touch the bottom of the pot. Next, I put the paper towel into the basket. Now I put half of the beans earlier that I soaked with warm water into this basket. Spread them out evenly. And then I add another layer of the paper towel on top of the beans. I recycle the ice cream bucket and cut it, just take the bottom, and I drill some holes and put in there. And then I put another layer of the paper towel in, and then I put the rest of the beans that I have left and spread them all out evenly. Then put another layer of the paper towel on top. There you go. I'm going to put these plates on top to weight the sprout down. Do not growing so tall and so skinny. I want to make the thicker, the choppier sprout, just like the way it looks from the market. I put the basket into the pot like this. There you go. And put the lid on top, just like that. Use a towel to wrap around the pot like this to keep the temperature warm. Do not depend on the temperature around the pot. Normally I doing this at night before I go to bed, so I start with soaking the beans into the warm water 7 hours before bedtime, so I can have the beans ready. 8 hours later. This is how I water the beans. Just let the water run for about 30 seconds.
Mình tưới khoảng chừng 15-20 second được rồi. Mình để cho nó ráo rồi mình bỏ ngược trở lại vô nồi ha.
24 hours later. This is how the bean sprouts look like after 24 hours. Continue to water it every 3 or 4 hours. Soak water in. Wait for a few seconds to let the water drip up, and then put the basket back into the pot. And then place the plates on top. 36 hours later. This is the bean sprouts after 36 hours. It looks really good. 48 hours later. Look at the bean sprout. They get taller now. Continue to water it. Now you can water more times, like 4 or 5 times a day, and each time about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Look like the bean sprout is ready to harvest, but now let's wait a few more hours to harvest. This is the last time that we water it. It looks very tall now. Let's check. Look at it. Ooh, nice. Well, look at it. I think it's ready. Just take it out.
It's time to harvest our bean sprouts. Ooh, they look very good. Wow, I bet this is better than the first time. They look so fat and crisp, and they probably are super juicy. Wow. Ooh, ah.
Bây giờ mình mở cái nồi giá ra nè. Hôm nay mình làm được 4 ngày rồi nè. Đó, mở ra. Mình để trong đây tới 3 cái dĩa. Mình cầm, rồi mình nén nó xuống. Đó, mình tháo ra. Rồi.
Here, this is the first layer. I'm turning it around so you can see. Wow, so fat. Just look at the second layer. It's even fatter. Wow, this is so cool. Daddy, can we please do this again?
Okay, we can do it again and again when mommy needs them, right? So we don't have to buy at the store anymore. So cool. There you go. These are the 2 layers for the 3rd attempt. It is really easy to remove all the roots here. You don't have to, but if you want, it's very easy to remove, right? This is the other way to roll bean sprouts using the milk carton box. Cut the 4 corners of the carton and put the beans that have been soaked with the warm water into it. Every 3 or 4 hours, take the carton, dip into a bucket full of water for 20 minutes, and keep doing that for 4 or 5 days. And this is the results of that. This way you don't need the pot, the basket, and it's easier to water it. However, I don't like the results here because it doesn't roll straight up, and it's hard to cut the roots for all of these. It takes time to complete that.